So in this video, we are going to see how Beautiful Soup can be integrated with Scrapy so that you have to learn little bit less. If you're already comfortable in Beautiful Soup and you want to move to Scrapy because of more powerful features, one problem that you may face is learning all the new types of selector, especially if you're not working with CSS selectors or XPath selectors. So I've already created 2 videos, so you can just come to my channel, just search for CSS and you will have a detailed video on CSS selector. You will find one more detailed video on XPath selector. Even before you start learning new things, what you can do is you can use Beautiful Soup and bring it to Scrapy like that. So today we are going to work with this site. So this has a title, a blog body, and few other attributes like a date published. So this is the code which I have already written. Now when you're working with Beautiful Soup, it's up to you how to use structure your program. So what I've done is I've created one different function because this function has a dedicated task which is to get the HTML. There is another function which is actually extracting the data, and this is where you are using a Beautiful Soup object. You're using LXML parser. Of course, you could be using any other parser. So what we are doing in this code is we are looking for all the article tags which contains this class and running a loop. So in this line, we are looking for H2 elements which contain this particular class. This will give us the title. And if you directly look for title element.text, and if this text is not found, it is going to raise an error. So that's why we are checking if this title element is actually present, and only in that case we are extracting this text. Similarly, we are getting all the content of the blog. So this is the class that is being used. There is one additional step that I'm doing here. So I'm doing sh.cleanup. So this sh is scrapper helper. And why I'm doing this? So that all the unnecessary text is cleared out. Okay. And then we are getting the published time. And what we are doing is we are creating a list. So this is the list that we are creating. And why this specific format which contains a list of dictionaries? Because this format looks very much like a JSON format. So this is a JSON format. So we can very easily create JSON or CSV using this kind of data format. So I have another function here which is actually creating the CSV files. So simply opening this CSV file in write format, we are supplying the fields, and we are using dictionary writer, csv.dict writer, to write all the rows that we extracted. Saving JSON is very simple. We already have this as JSON data, so we just have to use json.dump and we can write all the data. And in the main function, we are supplying the URL and calling all these functions line by line. So if I run this, we will have this post.csv and post.json file created. Now let's try to do exactly the same thing using Scrapy. So let's go to terminal. So Scrapy genspider, and let's call this blog_bs4. Okay, the 4th parameter is supposed to be the start URL. So I'm just putting X here. And this is the spider that has been created. So let's come here and copy this URL, and we can remove the allowed domain. And the start URL is where we are putting this one. Now the magic is inside the parse method, right? So in parse method, what we are going to do is we are going to copy this part and paste it in parse method. Now, of course, we'll have to make some changes. Now, the first thing is we do not have text. So where is text? Instead of text, everything is inside response.text. Of course, we need to import Beautiful Soup. So from BS4, import Beautiful Soup. Let's also import scrapper helper. So this is just few helper functions. No changes required here. Now we don't have to create a temporary list here. So what we can do is we don't have to return here, and right from here where we were actually appending this, we can just yield it. So now look at the code. It's very small. So let me zoom this out, and you will see that this entire code is 27 lines, while the same code written using Beautiful Soup was 57 lines. So we have saved a lot of lines here. So let's go to terminal and let's run this spider. So Scrapy run spider. So we are going to run blog_bs4 spider, and now we want the outputs. So -o. Okay. So this is Scrapy output. .csv. That's it. We will create the CSV like this. And one more file. Let's create scrappy output.json. Okay, and this also needs a -o switch. So -o for output. And you can see that in just one line, we are sending the output to CSV and JSON both. And that's it. It's done. So let's come back here, and there you have it. You have the JSON output as well as CSV output. So it's very easy. And in case you want to move on to a better solution, so here is the better solution using only Scrappy. So let's make a copy of this spider. So I'm just going to make a copy. Let's change the name. So blog spider. All right. So what are the changes that we need to make it pure Scrappy file? So first of all, we don't need this. All right. Secondly, here we were using classes. So we can simply use response.css. Okay. And what is the CSS selector here? The CSS selector is article.blog post. All right. So this is what we are doing here. And what is the post? So this post is containing each post. And again, instead of post.find, we are going to CSS h2. Okay. And let's say dot class. And here there is some additional change. And this is going to be : text and get. Now the important fun part is we don't need to check whether it is null or not. If it is null, it will not throw any error. So we can get rid of this line. So similarly, we can use post.css, and very easily we can convert this into this. We can extract the text. Okay. Get. Now here we still need to call the cleanup because it's not going to do cleanup. So let's do cleanup, and it's already text, right? So this is also going to be same publish.css, and we can write the : text right over here and call the get method. And again, we don't need to extract and check. Let's just rename it to published. And there it is. With very small changes, we have converted this beautiful soup spider into Scrappy spider. And note that this worked because we were able to create CSS selectors. So you must know how to create CSS selectors or XPath selector. These two videos will help you. And if you like this video, don't forget to click on this subscribe button. That's all for now. See you in the next one.